we're encouraging you to put pressure on yourself.
We're not these fucking high level profile people. Like, nah, dog. Like, we're just two people with ambition and with a vision.
I think one of our strongest features is our communication. That will be there, you know, talking to you or our clients as witnesses, checking in and out for every single process and making sure that it's delivered the way you want it to be.
I feel like MarVic is gonna be that platform where we're able to bring these up and coming hungry people that want to be somebody in life.
I'm grateful on that note, brother, to have you as a business partner.
Well.
I thank God for making that happen.
Alrighty, guys.
MarVic.
Let's go. Guys, welcome back to another episode of MarVic Productions. We're here, man. We're excited to shoot again and be, you know, just shoot the shits with you guys. So
Shit the shoot, shoot the shits.
Exactly, man.
Whatever.
What episode are we in right here, brother?
You know what? Great question, Bryce.
But look, man, all I know is that I'm excited. I'm happy.
We're in the 20s. Let me look it up. Let's see.
It's like 23. Are
23.
we in the Jordan numbers? Yeah, I think
Damn,
it's like 23. I think this is 23.
Jumpman right here.
We got our boy Bryce back in the house, which I'm excited to have back on the team. Bryce.
White man Bryce, what's up? What's up?
White man can jump.
Idaho in the house.
And well, yeah, man. I'm excited to. This episode's gonna be a little different. I know normally we have a guest and we interview our guests and kind of get their background of their career set. And today it's just Marlon and I, as you guys can see, and we're just gonna talk to you guys, and we're just gonna kind of recap of where we're at with MarVic Productions. You know, we're going into a year since we've launched. In October, right? Like mid-October. It's gonna be a year since we started this podcast, and you know, we kind of just want to share with you guys the journey and just kind of share where we're at, you know, personally as well, and all that stuff. So I see you wearing a Dodgers jersey. Any
Yes,
Dodger
sir.
games coming soon?
Yeah, I'm sure. I haven't been to one this season.
That's what I mean. Like, you're gonna go to a game?
No. Right now, I gotta be smart with my money, and as much as I want to go see Ohtani blast the shit out of a ball, I gotta
slow down.
I gotta slow it down a little bit. You know,
I'm actually going to a game. I
Motherfucker.
haven't been to a game.
You going to a game soon?
But it's
I'm
sponsored.
going.
It's being sponsored for the company that I work with.
Oh, you're gonna go work or actually?
No.
attend?
I'm gonna go watch. Yeah, so
Put me in there, coach.
Shit, I'll fill a lot of form for
Let
you.
me get a job. Let me work for you for a couple days.
Hey, there's
and
a
just
lot
get
of
a free game.
There's a lot of Jose's out there, bro. We could put you in as well.
Shit, I'll shave my beard if I have to.
But I think it's pretty cool. You know, this the company that I work with, they're taking everybody out or whoever at least signs up. You know, that wants to go. They're paying for the ticket, and they're also giving them like a money voucher to spend some.
Do
money
you
out.
know when or like who they're playing?
Yeah, it's gonna be on a Monday. I think it's against the Chicago Cubs.
Nice.
It's coming up. I think September 9th. I want to say is the date.
Around the corner.
Around there, yeah. So I haven't been to a Dodger game in a while. So
do you know about Ohtani though?
yeah,
of course. Okay,
bro.
just making sure.
Doing his thing. I don't think there's been anybody like him. You know.
No, they're saying that he's better than
be
Babe Ruth type.
pitcher, yeah, for him to be a pitcher and to be a home runner, like, come on now.
Right,
and
to be a top hitter.
Too, like, to put on for Japan.
Put on for
to put on for Japan.
and Japanese. I was gonna be like, what do you mean by that with the Japanese?
And he's balling. Shit.
He's balling. Yeah. I mean, the homie.
I know there was a little controversy there, right? Something.
Yeah,
with
his boy was stealing his money. His I don't know if the agent is the title or whatever it was, but this guy got caught, so he's dealing with his consequences. But not only is he like, you know, both pitcher and hitter, but he's the top pitcher and top hitter.
Right.
And right
both
now.
Positions.
Right, and right now the Dodgers have him, you know, obviously recovering because of an injury, but he's injured. The thing that people forget about a lot is that he's playing hurt right now, and he's still hitting at a high level. I mean, I think he's just right behind Aaron Judge from the Yankees. He's obviously a beast.
Yeah,
I got to see him home run when I went to New York. That was pretty sick.
That's dope.
But
how, on that note, how's that stadium in New York?
Man, it was a very classy, like the first word to me is just classy. Like when you think of the Yankees, obviously it's a rich organization. They have so much money, you know, so much history, so many great players from that club. Everything good? A little bit that way.
Like this?
For sure.
Oh, did it?
It was a sight to see. I'll tell you this much, bro. Funny enough, to be honest, I didn't really get to enjoy it like I wanted to because I was in a rush.
Oh, okay.
So, mind you, this was like my first time being in New York.
Yeah.
Technically, it wasn't my first time, but it was my first time like having money and actually being able to enjoy it. So it was just by myself because the people that I was out there with, they were doing something else that I didn't want to, partake. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go see a Yankees game. Like, I'm out here. I love baseball. I love Aaron Judge. I mean, I follow the top players. Like, I do keep up with home runs. And actually, right now, as I was checking MarVic, this is episode 23, by the way.
Let's go, Jordan.
I think Aaron Judge just homered today as well.
Oh, shit.
But the point is that, like, I was timing it, from my hotel to go to the Bronx. And I'm like, all right, if I take a fucking Uber, it's probably going to take me like 30 minutes. Anyways, I got there just in time. And Aaron Judge he's the first, I don't think he's a leadoff guy, but he's in the first 3 hitters. So I'm like, I can't miss it. Like, this is the guy that you want to see him at bat every time because he pops off at any time. Mind you, let me share this. The first Dodger game that I went to, I fucked up because I go to the Dodger game. And first Dodger game, haven't seen a home run before, nothing. I decide to get a fucking drink or food, whatever it was. First inning, I missed Mookie Betts hitting a home run. Yeah. So that always stuck with me. Like, fuck, like my first game, like that really sucked. So I'm thinking like, I can't let this happen at the Yankees game and with Aaron Judge. Bro, sure enough, and I have it on Instagram. I have it on my highlights. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he homered.
You recorded it
and bro, and I didn't even get to my seat. I actually got right to like, I was still standing like not the hall. I don't know what you call it, but like right above the seats where I could see everything. I could see it, and I was able to witness him hitting a home run. But it's crazy because if I would have taken any longer to enjoy the stadium, because I did take a quick video. I was like, damn, this is sick. Like,
and then boom.
Yeah, literally a minute longer, I would have missed that home run. Crazy. And then I would have had that moment again, like, fuck, like, no way did this happen again in the Yankee Stadium. But, so with that being said, like, it's, I mean, once you're there, it's like the Dodger Stadium to me. I mean, I didn't really see much of a difference. It's a fucking pretty nice field and, athletes and the fans and all that. But when you go into, like, again, I don't know what you call that area, like the exact term, but I did get to see the banners and just all the
championships that they
right, all the
accomplishments
and all the players, Babe Ruth, and just all the history. So I didn't sink it in as much as I probably wanted to. And to be honest, once that game ended, I dipped because
traffic, everything.
Not just that, homie. It's like we're in the hood. Like that stadium, the Bronx is like in the hood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so as soon as I got out, I'm by myself. Yeah. It's nighttime.
You don't know anybody.
I don't know. I'm trying to get a Lyft into Uber, and it's not like if Lyft and Uber. Whenever there's a concert or, some kind of event and it ends, it's going to be a surge. It's going to be hella expensive. You want to walk down a couple blocks, get away from that, or just wait it out.
My boy walked into the wrong block.
I'm walking in, bro. I'm walking and I'm, like wearing like a nice shirt and all this stuff. So anyways, I made it, safe and sound, but I didn't get to really take it all in because it was kind of in the rush. But it was still a great experience.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I haven't been to a baseball game in a minute, but just knowing that I'm going with a crowd, and I think I've learned to like understand baseball in a sense, because the times I would go to games, I would kind of get bored, being there and shit. Yeah. But I understand it now. You go with a group of friends and you kind of just all vibe and
it's the experience.
Create an experience. There you go.
People, I would say that people that go alone are hardcore fans.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it. I'm not a huge Yankees fan, but I have a lot of love for the Yankees, and I remember as a kid watching World Series against the Red Sox, so I have those memories.
David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez.
Right, exactly. But it's just such a rich history with that team that, like, damn, I had to go.
Right. The only time I do like baseball, it's literally the last game.
Playoffs.
No, not even playoffs. Like, kind of playoffs, but the World Series.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because I do get intrigued to see, like, all right, you got your best pitcher against your best batter.
Right.
They're going to duke it out.
That's me with football, with your sport.
Yeah. Like Super Bowl type shit? Or?
Yeah, Super Bowl, playoffs.
See, football, though, I could watch every game. Like, I get Look, bro, there's only certain things that that fucking trigger me, and if you talk about my Chargers, I get triggered. Because I'm gonna defend my team.
You're a real fan.
I'm a real fan. I've been watching this shit, and I just feel like
you think you're a Chargers player yourself.
Nah, dog. I just fucking. There's so much history and so much shit that we've been through as a team that it's kind of like, damn, we always get the short end of the stick. You know, something always fucking happens.
But this season, though, right?
Well, this season we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Right now, you know, it's not looking too pretty. We're 0-2 in the preseason game. Justin Herbert's just coming back. He's gonna be ready for week 1. But our backup quarterbacks are garbage.
How seriously do you, as a fan, take these what do these preseason games mean to you?
To me, it goes to you kind of get to see what you got in the draft with these rookie players, and also you're gonna get to see people that are competing for a spot, or maybe even a player that's developing. Like right now, we have this guy in the defense. His name is Dean Leonard, and he's a defensive back. He's been with the team for about 2 years. But right now he's shining in preseason. Like, he's looking pretty good. He had an interception, a couple pass breaks, and he's looking good, where last 2 years he didn't look good. I feel like it was a make or break for him. Like, either you're going to show out or you're going to get cut.
You're going to earn this spot, or yeah, okay.
And
so they are important, because like in my mind, fuck the preseason. I don't really care, but that makes sense. Like, this is where the new talent that was just acquired, they get to, like you said, go out and compete.
I like to see the rookies and kind of see like what we got. All right,
see, I'd say that's a real fan, like somebody that's watching.
I get excited. I'll watch the fucking preseason.
You treat it like a real game type shit.
Yeah, because I think it's gonna set the tone for what's to come. And right now, like with our Justin Herbert, I don't think he would have played even a preseason game, but we've been giving our backup quarterback the more reps, and he's just been garbage, bro. Like, this guy's been with the team for 4 fucking years, and he's not progressed at all. At all.
Do you want to cut him?
I want to cut his ass. Cut him. I don't want. He fucking stinks.
Why is he still here?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm
wondering. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, bro. But it worries me in the sense where it's like, damn, if Herbert is hurt, there's no one else that can really run this offense. So
right.
It is a concern where,
and it's such a physical sport that players are definitely getting hurt, right?
Right. Yep.
Every week and shit.
But fuck, switching gears here, bro. I mean, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling real good. Life is good. I was just telling Bryce that, life is even though it's, for me, like, it's very repetitive and it looks the same every day. I'm really just happy, and I feel blessed that I can find joy and peace in the simple things in life.
Gotcha.
Like just fucking going to work, and whether it's filming, for MarVic, or whether it's life insurance, like it just feels good. I think as a man, just to be able to take care of yourself, be able to take care of your loved ones, and handle your business. So I'm thankful, man, because I know that there's a lot of people out there that wish and pray, for things, that I may have, for blessings that I have, or just to have stability, So I'm doing well. I'm happy, and I'm really glad, that we're back, filming some MarVic Productions, and this is officially episode 23. And yeah, like Victor said, we want to do it just us two. I think for a few reasons. I think, number one, it's been a little bit challenging kind of lately for us to get a few guests just to come on, just because of scheduling and our schedule or their schedule. But by the way, just putting this out there, but if anyone would like to be a guest on our podcast,
drop a comment.
Yeah, let us know.
DM us.
I know we don't have that much clout yet, that much attention yet, or we may not have these numbers.
But I personally feel like we're progressing. We're kind of the brand is being put out there for sure.
Yeah, and then the key word is yet. Like, we're definitely growing, and that's actually part of the reason why I wanted to have this podcast with just us and you, and dive into that and explore that.
Yeah, because I don't define growth on just views or subscribers or followers, but I describe it more like there's a lot of work being done and behind the scenes. With the whole boxing shit, putting our brand out there. People wearing our brand.
Yeah.
The messages, things like that. And for the people that don't know, we recently launched MarVic Production Editing, or MarVic Editing, however you want to put it. And, you know, we started taking on clients now, content creators that create content that are doing their own editing. And what we're doing, what Marlon and I, pretty much what we realize what we have here is we want to save you time, right? Buy you time, I guess you can say, where you do the recording, send us the files, we'll have our team work on it, edit everything, and therefore you could save time where you could continue to do more interviews or just do other things that you would like to do, because a lot of time goes into the editing process, right? So, you know, you'll record and then you're also editing your own stuff, and that could take a day, 2 days, or sometimes you might not even get what you want because you're so in a rush, right? Just to put out content out there. So Marlon and I, you know, we kind of saw that and we just said, yo, like if we could, you know, save people time and edit their content, you know, now we have a business here type shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a crazy journey, man. I think just really taking the time to look at, again, you know, where we started and
how we started
and just where we're at now. Like we're believe us when we say like we're for sure just getting started, you know, right. and we've got a lot of hunger, a lot of drive, a lot of vision, just a lot of passion for this thing, where the more we do it, you know, the more this thing becomes our own, you know, the more we care for it, the more we want to invest into it. And
right.
You know, I think going back to, you know, inviting people, like I said, we may not have the audience, the market, the numbers yet, but I think this is an excellent, you know, platform for anybody that just wants to come on and challenge themselves as well. I can definitely say that a lot of the guests, you know, that we've had, it was their first time, and this was kind of a challenge for them, where it was very funny because we've you know, interviewed journalists, we've interviewed, you know, professional entrepreneurs, just fitness people, like from all kinds of backgrounds. And it's funny because they kind of all share the same
reaction,
the same like feelings. They're nervous, you know, behind the scenes. Oh yeah, I'm really nervous. I hope I don't mess up my words. And you know, just for the record, like that's normal. Like we felt like that. You know, we probably still feel that way here and there. And so, you know, I'm saying that because maybe some of you guys out there, you know, whether it's starting your own podcast or maybe you want to be a guest, but you're like, damn, like I'd probably freeze. Like, do it. Challenge yourself. Here's the great news about that is
we can edit it.
Exactly. We can edit those bad, weird, awkward moments.
Right.
And I think that's something we forget because we see the final product and they look so good. You know, every time we see the pros do it, it's like, damn, they're such good fucking speakers. But the truth is,
there's a lot of behind the scenes.
Yeah, the behind the scenes. There's fucking stuttering, and there's a tongue twister, and you fucking have a brain fart, and you forget what you're talking about, and then you got to cut and re-edit. So it's not, you know, what it seems. Everybody behind the camera, in front of the camera, we're all human. We all have the same stuff. So, you know, if anybody's curious, you know, we'd love to, you know, definitely hear you out and potentially plan something out. But
have you on here. Shoot the shits.
By the way, we're in Long Beach. So, you know, if anybody is curious, like, man, where are these guys at? You know, we're in Long Beach, California. Obviously, if you're out of state, you know, that'll be a little bit more challenging.
Reach out to us. Or sometimes, you know, we even just change it up and do a different environment, you know.
Yeah.
I know
we'll take a little travel trip.
Yep.
Last one we took
Vegas,
to Vegas.
And also, well, recently we had the one
Bryce
in the
made
restaurant,
like
but unfortunately
$1,000, I think, one night.
Damn,
that was
crazy. Oh, was that the casino? Yeah.
That was in his dreams. In his dreams.
But yeah, nah, man. I mean, it's been a journey. Obviously, like for those that don't know, or who for you guys who haven't heard the story, how did MarVic come about? Obviously, I think it all just went back, and it's funny. I was actually looking at my phone was showing me like memories, you know, and it was showing me the time we shot at your house, the first one with Marlon making moves, or was it
Money Moves with Marlon?
Money Moves with Marlon.
If you don't follow me on YouTube, please go give me a follow.
Yeah, so
just kidding. I don't think the channel.
You know, I was the first guest on there, right? But that's where it all started. Like, oh shit, like let's do a podcast, let's talk, blah blah blah. You know, fast forward, you know. I like to say that it all started with the boxing sponsorships. You know, the idea was already there, but that kind of just gave us the push where it was like
that forced us.
Yeah, that forced us to like, hey, you know what? We got money invested into these people. Let's get an interview. You know, let's do this, let's do that, and just you know, having dinner that night with Albert and Pasadena, and just sharing that vision with him, and you know, Albert being generous enough to say, hey, you know what? Here's the equipment.
Which dinner, by the way?
It was when the guy from Prosperity.
Got you. I know the
came down, and we met up in Pasadena,
yep.
and I believe that's when I asked Albert, and within 2 days we shot our first episode with Raul.
Yeah, you know, it's funny.
That was in the other office.
It's funny you bring that up. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm glad you said that, because I was about to say Giovanni was our first, but it was Raul.
It was Raul. Yeah, Giovanni wasn't until maybe like our sixth. I gotta look at it, bro. But I believe it was Raul was our first one. Then it was Brian Lezama.
Well, Giovanni was our first sponsor, but Raul was our first guest, right? Because Raul came from, shout out to Giovanni and Raul.
Yep.
Golden Boys. No.
Raul is Golden Boy. Giovanni is pretty much independent.
He's independent at this point, but it was from the lunch that we had with Giovanni. Raul was there, and he introduced himself, and kudos to him, because Raul made it happen to where he's like, hey, I'm a boxer too, by the way. Like, I'm looking for sponsors.
He's like, I got a main event coming up in Indio. You know, I'm a 2016 Olympian medalist from Mexico.
Right. A lot of credibility and just a good guy. So shout out to those guys. But something you said, bro, where I kind of want to tie that into you bringing up MarVic editing, and you said that, you know, we put up money, you know, where I remember you called me. I was on the freeway.
That was crazy itself, right?
What?
Just the whole. I look back, you know, and so I promise it's gonna tie into, like, you know, I sent you a video today of Black Sam, right? Nipsey Hussle's brother, and he's sharing the story of how the marathon clothing came about, and just what stood out to me the most was him talking about they reinvested, they put up their own money, right? Where there was the T-shirts, and then just from little things led to another thing, right? The vision started getting clearer. So I feel like with us, that was the point right there. That was the start for us right there, where it was like, yo, Marlon, there's this kid named Giovanni Cabrera. He's gonna be fighting Pitbull Cruz in the co-main event of Crawford and Errol Spence. There's an opportunity to sponsor him. Would you be down? Now, initially, I didn't think you would be down, you know, but when you said, all right, we'll set up a meeting. Within 1 day, we're fucking having lunch with Giovanni, and this was a couple of days before the fight. You know, maybe a week before the fight, and just being able to go over there and meet with him, and just you know, he gave us his price, and you know, us going back and just like, damn, like, dude, can we do this type shit? You know, and we made it happen.
Yeah, you know, it's I think there's a lot of, I'm glad we're talking about this, because looking back on it, I think there's something major there that happened, and you know, that major thing is exactly what you said, which is we put up our own money. And I think something happens when you put up your own money for your own business. I think one of the ways I can describe it is it puts a good pressure on you to now move forward, because, you know, and I want to tie it in with the, you know, MarVic editing and all that, and I'll throw that in just a second. But really what happened is, like, you know, we had ideas. We did a lot of this. We did a lot of talking, and I'm not saying, you know, that talking a lot is bad. No, but everything starts with an idea. Everything starts in your head, right? A vision. You talk about it. You put that out there, right? The Bible says that you have the power of life and death in your tongue. You start speaking these things. But, you know, when you put money into something, that changes everything, in my opinion, because especially when you put in a lot of money, you know, and a lot of money is subjective, right? What a lot of money is to us might be a little bit of money to some people, might be a hell of a lot of money to other people. But to us at that moment, that was a lot of money, because we had never done that ever before. So I think what happened there is, by us putting money that we've worked so hard for, we're like, oh shit, like, this hurts kind of thing, but we're hoping something great is gonna happen. It just forced us to make this happen. And so I want to tie that with MarVic editing because, like Victor said, we launched maybe a month ago, actually.
Yeah.
A month ago we launched, and congrats, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, MarVic editing. Shout out to our team. And so, you know, one of the things that I tell our clients, and I really want to share this, you know, to anybody that's watching, is that I think, like, initially, yes, it makes sense for you to start yourself alone, you know, for the most part, you know, depending on what industry or what kind of business you're going to be doing. Obviously, we started together. I also want to talk about that, the benefits of starting a business with someone else versus alone, because I've been on both ends, and there's a big difference. But, you know, I think you start initially by yourself, right? You do everything. And we hear the story. We see this pattern in a lot of successful stories where initially you're the first person there, you're the last person to leave, all that kind of stuff.
You got to
right?
put in all the work.
You got to put in all the work. You got to build it because this is your baby. Really, nobody's going to care for this like you. Right. So you got to go all in. And it's really going to test you to see how badly you want to see this idea come to life, right?
Fruition.
So fruition in other words. So when you start putting money into it, though, hits different.
Yeah. Not only does it hit different, bro, but I think there's a level of pride, or like a sense of pride as well. Like, yo, like, this is MarVic Production. Like you said, like, this is my baby.
Exactly.
Type shit.
Exactly.
So because there's money invested into it, at least for myself, there's a level of pride there. Like, yo, like, we took a risk here. We put up our own money. We created the logo. We created the brand. So I'm not gonna let somebody come in here and just try to fucking joke around with me and like this is some type of game. Like, nah, like, let me see your ass do this shit. Like, you think it's funny, but let me see you do it.
Well, it's very interesting because it's and this sucks that people view it, you know, I guess life this way, or sometimes you know, they have this perspective, but to some people, money is more important than time, because and I don't want to get too deep here, but like, you know, time is something we'll never get back. Money comes and goes, right? So in my opinion,
I agree.
Time should be more. It's our most valuable asset, as some people say. But like, you know, it's when you're doing everything yourself, you know, or when, you know, maybe some other people help you and there's no money involved, but time is always involved. Sometimes we don't care enough. It's like, you know, it's going to take me some time, but it doesn't matter for whatever reason. But when you put money into something, I don't know why it has this effect on us, and I'm guilty myself. It's like all of a sudden you look at this whole shit differently. Where now it's like, oh, all of a sudden now you care about every detail. Well, it's okay. What time are we starting? Or is everything set up the proper way? Because money, it takes time and effort to make the money, and Lord knows California is expensive and you need a lot of money. So anytime you got to give money away, whether it's for whatever reason, you know, it does hurt in a good way.
Right.
And I think, you know, to tie it into the editing, like, I do want to challenge, like, this isn't a way for us, you know, to really get your money, but really what we're saying is we're encouraging you to put pressure on yourself, because I'll keep our clients nameless, but one of the things that we mention in our Zoom talks with them is like, hey, this is going to be really good for you, because we've noticed that you know, right now you're putting X amount of content out, which is fine, but by getting into a contract with us, it's going to force you in a good way to do more.
To go to work.
To grow, to get higher numbers, to expand yourself, to push yourself. So I really want to share that because, you know, like you said, that's what did it for us. I don't think if that money never came out of our pockets to sponsor these boxers,
this wouldn't be here today.
Exactly. No way. Because we would have been lazy. We would have been like, all right, we'll do it whenever. We'll be complacent.
Like you said, chilling. That idea will still just be an idea.
Right.
Like, hey, Marlon, when are we going to start that podcast? You know?
Bro, hit me up next week type shit.
But the fact that we did it the way we did it too, with a boxer, and it just kind of gave us already something to talk about. Like, oh shit, like, damn, that could be our first guest, talk about the fight with Pitbull. Like, that's a fucking experience itself, you know? Like,
well, bro, that whole fucking experience is crazy. And I don't think I've given that enough credit.
Yeah.
But like, how dope is it that arguably the biggest fight of the decade, as some analysts have said, Crawford versus Spence, the co-main event, Cabrera versus Pitbull, our fucking name was on that.
Yep.
Like we, that's crazy.
That's crazy though too, because on that note, I just saw Raul Curiel. He posted a picture yesterday. I guess Golden Boy posted of him, and I could see the logo still. And for me, that's pride. You know, like I'm like, hey,
oh really?
Yo, yeah. And his last fight,
when we went to the casino.
Nah, this was the other one.
In Fresno.
Yeah, I think it was the one in Fresno. But he wore the same trunks, and the logo, the patch was still there. So, you know, it comes out in the picture too. I think I sent it to you.
Yeah, you did. You did.
So even when I see that, it still excites me because I'm just like, damn, like we did that, like we made that happen. And then at the end of the day, you know, having that lunch with Gio at that time, you know, while he was getting ready for the Pitbull fight, like when we were having that lunch, bro, all I saw was 4 people with a dream. Raul Curiel has a dream to become a world champion. Giovanni has a dream. Yo, we got a dream too, you know? We're not these fucking high-level profile people. Like, nah, dog. Like, we're just 2 people with ambition and with a vision type shit, you know? So to be there and to be there in that moment, just to see where they're at today, you know, like, it makes me happy, like, that our name is there. Like, that's for me, we're creating our own history.
Yeah,
in a sense.
Yeah, and to add on to that, like, you know, 2 things. Number one is not only are we ambitious and you know we've put in a lot of work, a lot of money, but I do want to, you know, also give a shout out to our connections, you know, to the people that we've networked with, whether it's Bryce, you know, behind the scenes, whether it's Clifton, whether it's Albert, you know, like. The truth is, like, you know,
this doesn't happen without Albert.
Yeah, guys, like you guys, MarVic Productions, you see Marlon and Victor, but there's someone here with us all the time. You know, there's someone that's lending their equipment to us, their office to us, like, you know, and that's obviously these are things we don't have to share, but you know, we're just gonna keep it a buck, and you know, it just shows the power of connections, you know, and I do want to throw that out there because. You know, you don't have to do it alone. I mean, if you're able to do it alone and you've got it like that, hey, more power to you. You're going to have more control of things, et cetera, et cetera. But if you don't, I would strongly suggest make connections. Be intentional to connect yourself with people that are involved with what you want to be involved in, you know, and don't let that like turn into something weird where like, damn, I want to get close to this person so I can use them type of deal. Like when you break stuff down, like yes, like
have the right motives,
right? Have the right motives. Like bring something to the table as well. Like you know, if they're gonna add value to you, find a way for you to add value to that person as well, so everybody wins. Exactly. You know, whether it's with money, whether it's with a service you can provide. I don't know. I think that's where the fun of this whole thing, you know, happens. Where you got to get creative, but. I do want to be a little bit transparent there because we do have an excellent team. I think we're incredibly blessed. And, you know, I think all those moving parts, you know, I don't think there's any accident there. Like, I think everything's been very intentional and it's working out.
Yeah, and I take that as well with a sense of pride because I feel like it's a testament to our character where people believe in us. You know, like someone's not going to do this just for nothing, you know, or like, and what I mean by that is that I think we've shown our character, have shown who we are, and our intentions have always been pure and generous, and you know, genuine. Not generous. And I think people sense that as well. We're like, hey, yo, Marlon and Vic they're just like us, you know. They're regular people. They're humble. They're hard workers, and they got ambition. They got vision. You know, so I want to thank the connections that have helped us, and you know, and everything that we've done as well. So,
yeah, everybody that's believed in us,
played a part.
Everybody's definitely played a role, in big or small. You know, I don't think the size matters. I think, you know, everybody that's shown us love, from the comments to the likes to the sharing to the people that save our content, which is funny.
Oh yeah,
or that archive it and I guess watch it later, you know, at 2 a.m. when they're alone or something. I don't know, but you know, it's all love, man. I mean, even to the haters, like you know, the haters that don't really understand what we're doing, or whatever. Any publicity is good publicity, and we'll take it, and we're going to continue to push forward. And, you know, yeah, like that's just to add on again to what Victor was saying earlier, like MarVic Productions editing has officially been launched. And, you know, if you're out there, if you're a content creator and you're doing your thing, just to keep it simple, right now we're only doing editing. So we're not really doing much on like, you know, coaching you as far as like, personal branding and like, hey, this is what you need to do to go viral. We're not really there yet, you know, so we don't want to give off the wrong idea either. Just to be clear, like we'll edit your work. You know, like he said, time is money. And, you know, I think about it for me, like in life insurance, like dialing, for example, like, you know, if I buy leads, I could dial myself or I could pay a dialer. Now, the way I break that down mentally for me is like, I am the most valuable when I'm making a sale, right? So I'd rather, you know, if Marlon is a top salesman, I want to be on the phone talking to a potential client. That's really going to be my focus because, you know, that's where I make the most money. So the way I view that is like I can hire someone to dial for me. So while they're dialing, I could be on at the same time my dialer is dialing, I could be closing a deal. By the time I'm done closing that deal, my dialer has somebody else for me. Let's close number 2. Right. So I hope that makes sense to where, you know, like I said, and it's funny because, you know, for life insurance, I started doing everything myself. When I first started life insurance, Albert is my witness. We were in the Gardena office. I'd be in at 7 a.m. I didn't have a dialer. I would dial 7 a.m., 7 p.m. I wouldn't get home till 9 p.m. I'd have my appointments booked. Eventually, I got my money up. I saved. I invested. I reinvested. I got a dialer. Shit, now I can make more sales because there's only so many sales I can make if I do everything myself. Right. How can I make $40,000 a month off of sales if I'm doing everything? Okay. So to tie this into like editing and content creation is like, well, how are you going to put out so much content if you got to film the content, you got to edit it, you got to do all this? So that's where we come in, you know, where we want to help anybody that's serious, anybody that, you know, wants to give that a shot. Talk to us. You know, we're very flexible with our contracts and pricing. We're very understanding. And like Vic said, you know, we'll work very hard. We have a very good team behind us. And, you know, I think one of our strongest features is our communication that will be there, you know, talking to you or our clients as witnesses, checking in and out for every single process and making sure that it's delivered the way you want it to be delivered.
And on that note, man, I was actually like looking things from the outside in, and I'm like, yo, like we're pretty smooth people to do business with. Like,
you think so?
Yeah. Like I don't think
not biased at all, by the way, not biased.
Right, like at all. I think we're very understanding, very considerate, and we're also how do I say educate? I feel like we educate our clients in a sense.
We smart, dog.
Yeah, like. We're not here just to make a quick buck.
High IQ, intelligent to the max.
You know, so
Genius.
I think our clients are able to feel that from us. You know, like we're not here to fucking overprice ourselves and, you know, take advantage of you now. Like I think what you said earlier, we all want to win, right? So for us being fair with everybody, with our pricing and also the communication, which is a huge thing, you know, especially with all this stuff, we want to make sure that everything comes out to your liking, you know, not to ours, to your liking, how you want your brand to be viewed and whatever vision you have for your brand type thing.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm excited, bro. I wake up and, you know, like when we get the files from our clients and I'm just like, damn, like I'm fucking fired up, you know, like I'm ready to go. So I feel that drive that I once had in insurance. You know, when I would go to the office, be the first one in, and like, hey, bro, you fired up? Like, I'm fucking fired up.
Right.
Type shit. You remember those days? And on that, I was thinking about that too, bro. Where it's like, damn, dog, like we met in 2015. You know, you were fresh out of college. I was fucking a dropout out of college, working at a country club, and you know, like, damn, dog, we're here, homie. Like, you know, 7 years later, 8 years later, and
almost 10 years.
Yeah, and now we have a production company. We got a podcast, and you know, I think we've always stayed true to ourselves in a sense, and also our morals. So that's why I feel like we move. Like, I know we have phone calls where we're just like, hey bro, I was thinking this, and you go like, oh shit, I was just thinking the same thing. Like, we're very in sync in a lot of things where sometimes I don't even gotta say nothing. We're so in sync that we both know already, like, what's up type shit. So I think that has a lot to do with obviously our relationship and how we build, but also our views in a lot of things. Like, it's very similar, you know. So I think that's why it's been easy for us to have this partnership. You know?
Yeah, I mean, if I can, you know, add on to that, it seems like that's all I'm doing tonight, just adding on, which is awesome. But like, I think that also, man, I gotta give shout out to JC, man, day one.
Who? Oh, Jesus Christ! I was like,
you said Jerry?
Yeah, because
hey, shout out to my boy Jerry too, though. You know, we have a lot of love for you, Jerry.
Because his last name is
yeah. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's why I laughed. But no, hey, I'm talking about the big homie, the man upstairs. You know, sitting at the right hand of the Father type shit. Yeah. You know, JC, Jesus Christ. I mean, all jokes aside, man. Like, man, I think I'd be dead. If I'm alive, I think I'd be miserable. I'd be all of these negative things without, you know, our God. And I do want to say that publicly, because you better believe it, that if I'm going to give shout outs to all these people and not give a shout out to what I believe is really the foundation of why not just MarVic, but like you said, like even us, as our friendship and our business relationship has developed over the years. I mean, we went through some time where we didn't talk, and that wasn't because of any beef, animosity. It was just like, bro, we're going different directions, and you know, it's like we probably even forgot about each other. But for some reason, God brought us back together. We're doing this platform, and you know, I just gotta say it, but I don't even think I don't think we fully know what we got ourselves into. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. Right. Like, I really do think that MarVic Productions as well is going to be a blessing to people. I think that there is favor on our lives, and I think that
I believe it.
And I'm not doing this for marketing purposes or like people to hire us, but I really do believe that people that mess with us, that fuck with us, that do business with us, like, they're going to be blessed.
Right.
I really believe that because of our approach, the foundation where, you know, like you said, our morals align. And look, we're not perfect. Like, this is by no, you know, means like, oh, we're here perfect, we just never do anything wrong. And but we understand that, like, Jesus is what holds us down. Like, he's what keeps me happy. He's what keeps me in business. He's what gives me money to invest in all this shit and topics to talk about and tell. So
he's the one that opens the doors for us, man.
Yeah, man, he is the foundation. So I praise God for that, and I'm really just you know, I can see what's coming, but I know there's certain things like if I can share something with you, bro. Today actually was very interesting, because I was at home and I was praying. I was in my office and I was praying, and in the middle of my prayer, a live transfer came through, and I'm like, God, pause, man, I'm about to close this. I know my ass is praying. It's about to be a $500 a month type shit. Yeah. I didn't close it. You know, it turned out to be a lady that, like, could barely, like, honestly afford a payment. But I prayed for her. Like, and it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, life is bigger than life insurance. It's bigger than money. It's bigger. Life is bigger than this podcast. It's bigger than the cloud and all that. And it's just like, I was able to pray for her, and I was able to declare. She cried because she was she said that she's awaiting results from her doctor to see whether she has cancer or not. And honestly, I just told her, like, dude, you're healed. Like, this is just what I believe. This is what the word says. And I prayed for her, and she was moved. She cried. And so, you know, just moments like that. And I only share that because I feel like some stuff is going to happen with MarVic where it's going to be completely unrelated to, like, our work, and it's just going to be like Jesus needs to move through us to reach this person because they kind of can't be reached any other way.
Yeah, no, I strongly believe that, man. And I think for me, this whole week has just been reflecting, and you know, growing up in the insurance industry too, and what the things that I've learned, and obviously, you know, reading all those fucking books and applying certain things from different books in my life, it's definitely helped me and saved me. You know, like I don't know where I would be if Victor didn't join an insurance company. You know, like I think God has had his hands on me and he's put me in the right doors and the right opportunities, and also doing my part and you know, wanting to grow and learn. And you know, I remember back in the days, you know, prospecting was a very big thing where I would go out, I'll be recruiting and talking to strangers, and I came across this gentleman by the name of Orlando Martinez, who's a pastor now. And Orlando, he would always tell me, bro, he said, Vic, God has a bigger purpose in your life, and it's not insurance. He said, he's like, I see this vision of you speaking on stages and to a million of people and impacting millions of lives, and it's not here. Right? I remember he would tell me that, and I didn't want to hear that at the time because I'm like, nah, man, like you want to join the business? Nah, you know?
right.
But I always
buy some life insurance.
Yeah, I always kept in contact with Orlando, man, and we would always like kind of, you know, catch up, and he would always tell me the same thing, like, Vic, man, like God has something special planned in your life, and you know, it's not gonna be here in insurance, you know, but just know that you're gonna have a bigger impact than insurance. And you know, being where we're at today, I'm starting to see that, you know, where I'm like, damn, like, okay, you know, like I'm here. Like I could kind of see what he's saying. And for me, it's kind of more like in the sense of, you know, where we got this kid right now in Mexico that we're sponsoring. Like he's gonna come to the USA, you know, we're a part of that, and we're a part of his dream, and for him to touch different heights, you know, like putting his name out here with our connections and things like that. And I feel like that's what MarVic is gonna be. Like I feel like MarVic is gonna be that platform where we're able to bring these up and coming hungry people that want to be somebody in life, you know, and being who we are, not taking advantage of them or anything like that, you know, because I know there's places that probably charge for an interview and shit like that, where it's like, nah, if anything, man, we're gonna put money in your pocket because we believe in you, type shit. And obviously, like I just see things like that, man, and I think that's what gives me more hunger. Like, damn, like, okay, I can't let up, you know, because there's people, bro, that are dying for an opportunity as well, you know. And I think this kid of Mexico kind of just put it in perspective for me, where kid has a dream, you know, and who's to say that he can't be a fucking world champion, but he doesn't got that support. And what I mean by support is the monetary, you know. And here we come, it's like, hey, yo, bro, here, we're gonna put some money in your pocket so you could get through training camp, and you know, the rest is on you. Train and come to the US, make your US debut and win. You know, and
yeah,
let's see where that goes. But that right now is what's fueling me and kind of keeping me hungry, in the sense where I'm like, all right, like, you know, things are happening.
We're only getting bigger. We're only getting bigger. Our name is only getting more and more recognized. I mean, our credibility is growing, and you know, with that, like, our responsibility is going to get higher, which will require more of us, right? The more that we, you know, put ourselves out there and people mess with us, it's just we're gonna have to do more.
And what I was gonna say on that note, man, you know, without revealing any names, but like one of our clients, one of her family members is a very well-known boxer trainer, ex-world champion, and
yeah, shout out to
yeah, you know, but also like growing up, seeing these people on the TV and watching every fucking fight that they were a part of was like history, you know. And just to know that we're doing work for them now, just to know that our name is being put out there to them, and that means something to me. Where that excites me. Where it's like, damn, like, you know, my boxing career didn't fucking turn out well, you know, but here we are still, you know, in a different way, but also people that I used to look up to in the sport, and you know, that got a lot of credibility, are seeing our name, you know. And I think that's always something that I've took pride in, where it's like, I want people to know our name. Like Dame Dash says, I don't hustle for my first name, I hustle for my last. And I think, you know, for people to see MarVic Productions, I want them to say, who the fuck is MarVic? Like, who are these kids? And then
how'd they get here, type of shit. Like, and then hear our story. I feel the same way, bro. And look, obviously it's different for both of us because boxing is your sport. And, you know, to be honest, like, I've grown to like boxing because of you. You know, I think with the connections that you've put me through and, you know, what we've got ourselves involved in, where honestly me making these deals with Giovanni and Raul, I'm like, what the fuck is boxing? Who the hell are these guys? No disrespect. Like, what is going on? But once I saw they were connected to Freddie and you know, and right now the uncle of one of our clients, like, dude, we're here. Yeah. We are here. Like, make no mistake about it. Like, we're here. We're here to, you know, make a mark, like, you know, let our presence be known. And like you said, we want to help people more than anything. I think the way we carry ourselves and through our lifestyle, we're going to make more than just an editing impact. This is going to be bigger than the productions. This is going to be us, you know, loving on people and helping them and them helping us, you know, as well. I really believe that they're going to take care of us as well. So it's going to be a win-win for everybody. And really looking forward, you know, to what the future holds for MarVic.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. And I mean, I don't know about you, bro, but there's times where I can't sleep because I'm just thinking about, like, what's to come, you know? Like, I'm already seeing us flying overseas and building something out there.
You're definitely ahead of me on that vision. I've got, which I love. I mean, this, and you know what?
Hey, somebody got to paint it, right? Or somebody got
no, that you know, and you know what? I actually, we can talk about this topic, and we're at the 50-minute mark, by the way.
Okay, I'm over here looking at 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's not. I don't know what that is, but what is it? 50 right now? All right, we're over 50.
We'll cut it soon, man.
So I guess we can finish with this topic and see where it takes us. But, you know, having a business partner and having, you know, two people involved, I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit because, you know, I have a life insurance agency where it's really just me. And yes, I have like uplines and I have business partners, but the owner of Excellence Agency is Marlon. And then for MarVic Productions, it's us two. And it's just been very interesting for me to see the benefits of having a partner for numerous reasons. And I think you just really, you know, displayed one of them where it's like you're going to dream differently than I am. And I think that's very important. That's essential for a business because, you know, not to get like too biblical, but like the Bible talks about where there's no vision, people cast off restraint.
There's no sign. Yeah.
Meaning where if you can't see where you're going, you're not even going to work hard for it.
Right.
Like an idea dies quickly when there's no vision, and vision becomes so important. So what you just did right now, where you're just like, yeah, bro, overseas and shit, like that's dope. Like that's vision. I haven't. Yeah. That's vision. Exactly. And I think that's, you know,
And that's another way that I see ourselves just helping more people, putting fucking food in their plate with an opportunity, you know, and that's what I see, you know, when it comes to that overseas vision. It's like I feel like one day, bro, we're gonna fucking catch a flight overseas and we're gonna be treated like fucking royalty. Well, people are gonna be like, hey, yo, this is MarVic right here. They
look like brothers, but they're not brothers.
These are the people that have been putting food in my plate with an opportunity, you know?
Yeah, no, that's sick.
And like just to see already with our team and like for our team to say, hey, yo, I want that client. I want that responsibility right there because it's a pride for them too, where they, in a sense, they want their work to be known from this client as well. So I look at all those variables there, and I'm just like, damn, like that right there is what gives me that hunger. Where I'm just like, all right, we got to keep going. We got something good here.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's where partnership really comes, you know, in handy because when one of you, you know, what you're going to find is if you guys do decide to go, or even if you're thinking about like, man, starting a business, it's funny because if you do it by yourself, like for obvious reasons, you're going to have more control. You're going to have control on everything. You're going to have a say on everything. It's yours. There's really no other voice. There's no other being. There's no other perspective
it's just
except just you because it's a team of one. But when you do have a partner, I mean, first of all, finding the correct business partner is very, very important. I think you just sent me a couple of days ago, if not yesterday, like the top 20 things from PBD.
Oh, yeah.
One of them was finding the right partners. Yep. And, you know, I'm really, I'm glad, bro, that this has turned into what it's turned into. But if I can be honest, honestly, I didn't put that much thought into you being a business partner.
Yeah.
Like not that you would be bad or good. It's just I didn't really break it down. And that's where I feel like, again, God comes in, because it's like God knew that us two working this out is going to be good, because it's like, okay, well, Marlon's really good with this. Victor's really good with that. And so if you're thinking about, together. Right, it's like, and then just working together as one, like, you know, it's going smoothly, thankfully, so far. And God willing, that will continue. But, you know, just throwing that out there, like if you're thinking about starting a business, definitely consider a business partner. I'm not saying get one. I'm not saying don't get one. I'm saying consider it, because
depending on what type of business it is.
Sure, depending what business, you know, depending how much time you have, because that's the other thing is that, like, you know, me having another business, and if I make more money, and we had this conversation where it's like, well, I'm making way more money over here, I'm not going to prioritize MarVic like that. It just doesn't make sense financially for me. But that's where a business partner can come in and carry some of that weight or make some of these things happen. So as long as, you know, you guys share the same vision, the same drive, the same passion, as long as you guys can be clear in communication and also define each other's roles, I think, you know, I'm not going to say it should be a smooth, you know, walk in the park type of deal, but it should be enjoyable and it should be successful. Right. So I'm grateful on that note, brother, to have you as a business partner. As well. I thank God for making that happen. And
and what I was just going to say on that note is just know your role, you know what role you bring and what's your strengths, you know, like don't try to overstep that role. Like if you know you're not good at this, don't try to be that. I mean, learn, take notes, but let your business partner handle that. And that's why I guess that trust comes into place as well, where I think that's like the foundation of it. If there's no trust, then why are you guys even in business together type shit, you know? So as long as this business partner that you know really has good morals, I'm always going to go back to that, you know, because character is the biggest thing. I actually read a quote the other day where it says, my character has gotten me more opportunities than money has. You know, and that always just sticks to me, bro, because again, like I said earlier, if we weren't who we are, you know, with our foundation, God, everything, this will never happen. Because nobody's gonna fucking just lend you $20,000 cameras if they don't trust you. If they can't identify and pinpoint that, hey, you know what, these people are good people.
Very true, very true.
So I look at that, and obviously, you know, going into business, like I don't even think when we started this, we were like business partners. We're just like, hey, fuck it, this Marlon and Victor podcast type shit. But as we started growing into this, we're just like, okay, like, all right, I could trust him. Like we're good people. Like we're working good together. And also, you know, this is gonna sound funny, but like being in business, it's kind of being in a relationship with a woman. You got to water each other in certain things. And also, like one business partner might be losing sight of the vision, and you might have to hold it down for a little bit, and vice versa, you know. And I feel like we kind of experienced that too, where, you know, I feel like you said it, like in the beginning, you know, that was something that you would say. It was like, hey, yo, I'm making more and more money here. I'm not going to prioritize this. So I kind of took that where it was like, all right, how can we monetize MarVic? How can we become like a legitimate company where we're profiting, you know, type shit. And that's where I'm, you know, I just keep working, bam, fucking doors open. It's just like, all right, now we both see what's coming to light.
Yeah, what's available
to us. And then also, I think there was times where I was kind of like slacking off, where it's like I just let work kind of over consume me, where you were kind of like, hey, yo, bro, we got to shoot another podcast. So that kind of brings me back to the vision, like, oh, shit, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Thing. So, I mean, I'm grateful to be where we're at, bro. I feel humble, like very like just humble, like grateful in my heart. And I'm excited, you know, Bryce is back. Like, I think it's just another sign for God right
Guess
there.
Who's back?
You know, and because we got big things coming up, bro, where obviously, like, I feel like you're the man for it, bro. And I feel like you're a big piece to this puzzle and where we want to go. And just to have you back on the team, bro, it's I'm grateful. That's what we're celebrating with Old Fashions.
Cheers.
Alrighty, guys. Hey, much love. Like, subscribe, comment. You know, let us know your thoughts. If you got different perspectives, if you fucking been cheating on a business partner or done dirty, Let's hear it.
What? Yeah, I mean, there's people, bro, that probably that haven't had the same experience that we've had. You know, there's probably people that have been.
Oh, gotcha. No, I misheard that. I heard cheated. And I was like, oh shit, how do you go from that to that? But I see what you said. Yeah, and if anybody wants to be a guest, you guys want to come on, let us know. We're more than willing to hear you out, and let us know your thoughts. Thank you.